It's about that time. I think we're all universally on the right time. Our clocks have all gone backwards, and we've got that extra hour of sleep and stuff. Some a week earlier than others. But how we doing, you fine people today?
Doing good.
Good evening.
Good evening. Wow. Okay. Um, Before we get into this album, which I would say has surprised me, this Aaliyah album surprised me. The results of the poll didn't surprise me, but actually listening to the album did surprise me. Um, but just always, as we start off, great to get some music news. Anything, Marina? What anything that you've got to report this week in music?
Oh, this week in music. That's really interesting. Not that much. I was listening to the singer at slash actor Trevor Jackson because he came out with his second EP called Goodbye. So I've been listening to that to check it out because I saw that was released on Friday. It's not bad. So if anybody wants to check it out, but I don't know any big music news. I don't know if Stevie has something big.
You interviewed someone recently that I think Halftime Chat listeners would appreciate. Is it Calice Way?
Oh, yes. From Toronto.
She does her songs are like influenced by 90s R&B, aren't they?
Yeah, so she includes R&B, she includes a little bit of like funk and hip hop. So she like was talking about like the Funkadelics and Snoop Dogg as influence, listing basically what her parents were playing around the house really influenced her, but her sound is very different than what we hear right now, and I really enjoy her music. So her latest EP is called Who is Callie Sway, and it's kind of like a curated list of all her previous work, and listening to that you'll really get to know who she is as an artist and her music. It's really good.
I don't know if you noticed this, but something, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but with some of these artists either upcoming or they're not established, on social media they act like they're a famous artist.
Yes.
And I don't get that, because it's like you might be IG famous because you got 25,000 followers, but what's going on here? You know what I mean? You're not Beyonce. What's going on?
I
Do
honestly
you
I
notice
don't
that?
know.
Do you actually know? Is it just me?
No, I do notice they have a certain flair, like they're kind of like above where they have to be. But I guess you need to be maybe a little delusional.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I mean, maybe being delusional, I always thought it was a bad thing. Maybe it isn't. Again, maybe I've got that wrong.
Maybe I don't know. I didn't crack the case yet. I don't know.
Evening to our man Derek out in Minneapolis. Good evening to Music Tips and Reviews with JG. Goatee Brown, good evening. Big Mike, good evening.
Your mic's out of phase, Namdi. I don't know what you've done with your microphone there. It's a bit out of phase.
It's a bit out of phase, hold on.
Yeah. It's got humming noise coming from it. That's better. Ooh.
Okay. Is it all connected?
It is, but there's a slight humming noise, and you sound like you're in a church now.
Okay. I'll take a look at that. All right.
Better.
It's better?
Yeah, it's better now.
All right. Okay. Big Mike and G Miley. Stevie, you were out at a New Jack Swing. Before we get into the album, you were out at the New Jack Swing shindig in
Yes.
England's second city. What was that like?
In Birmingham, the old 121. I'm very heavy-eyed, actually. I haven't had much sleep, but I wouldn't say I was partying like it was 1999, but I was partying like I was 25. A New Jack Swing night, 90s R&B in Birmingham. Again, I had another fantastic night with Anil, who went down to Birmingham with, met up with Mr. Keys, seen Big Mike's there, one of our regular viewers. Yeah, and enjoyed some really good New Jack Swing. There was a bit of a Neptune's early 2000s set going on when we came about 10. They're playing all the Neptune's bangers. It felt like an MTV R&B party. and was wondering where the new Jack was going to come in, but it came in and it was really good. It's the same. It happens once a year, but they put an extra event on this year, which we're very happy about. So listening to Karen White, Christopher Williams, Aaliyah was played, Guy, you name it. Bubba got played. It was just, I'm in heaven, mate. I'm in heaven. It felt like I was there for 4 hours. It always seemed to go in. The night seemed to go in 10 minutes. Time flies when you enjoy yourself, doesn't it? Hey, time flies when you enjoy yourself. So yeah, great night.
Oh, that's great. Okay, helpful. Welcome. Okay, I wish I could pronounce your name. I think I'm struggling with this, but want to say hello, welcome. Also give you a shout out to Hotline 5 was dope too. Yes. So we put out a poll to see which album we were going to review today. It was Aaliyah's One in a Million. It was Donnell Jones' Where I Want to Be. It was Faith's debut album, Faith, and it was Brandy's Full Moon. Were you guys surprised that One in a Million had, from almost 3,000 votes, had almost 40% of the vote?
No, I was not surprised with Aaliyah's album. I was surprised though. I thought Brandy would get more votes than Donnell Jones, so that really surprised me.
Okay, Steve,
I was expecting Faith to get a few more votes, and she did win the IG poll, but it just wasn't enough compared to what was voted on YouTube.
Yeah.
But Aaliyah she's transcended generations, hasn't she? She really has. She's one of the few artists that came out in the 90s that you think she was around today.
Yeah.
The way the music has carried on. So she was going to win. She was always going to win that poll, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Also, so this is Cami from Japan. How, Cami? Good that we pronounced your name. So I wasn't surprised it won, and you're right. I was surprised that Donnell. It's a beautiful album, though. But I thought Brandy, especially being on tour, would have had a lot more votes, and then Faith. But definitely, we good that we'll get to do Donnell next. Worldwide Hip Hop Videos, welcome. What did you make of the album then? Before we go into reviews, what did you make of the album listening to it?
I forgot how much I love this album. Like every single song is so good on this album. So ranking them is so tough. I'm going to admit right now, I don't really like my list. It was so hard. I really, really love this album. This was such a good sophomore album. So this was tough. It was a great pick. I love it.
Stevie.
Are you asking me how I felt at the time or now?
No, now.
What? How?
And then you can also talk about both times though. You can do both.
I mean, I'll be honest. It's been since she passed away. I found it very, very difficult to listen to her music. I was devastated. There's only been two artists that I've been really devastated over losing. One that was Michael Jackson, and it was Aaliyah. Why Aaliyah had to go is just I just can't, still to this day, can't get my head around it. And like now I can, there was a track on this album that I was on public transport listening to on the headphones, and I had to stop myself from breaking down on the bus. It was crazy listening to one of the tracks. So that's how much it affected me. But like I say, she transcended decades. I think I look at a lot of the younger female R&B singers that are around now, try to make it, try to do things, and they're just copying Aaliyah. They can't break out of that Aaliyah. But her style, her image, we need something new, and we're not getting that. But Aaliyah, even though vocally she wasn't like an outrageously stunning vocalist, she had an image and a style that's just, it's stuck since the 90s, you know, and people are copying it to this day. But the album's incredible. You know, you look at what Timbaland did on this album, you know, with the double and the triple and upper beats. It just wasn't heard of back then. I mean, I know he was listening to what was going on in the UK, street soul and drum and bass, and I think that did have a little influence on some of the production. But the bass and the beats of his production on this, it changed R&B. Some of his best work, I would say, probably his best work for me is on this album, and it was so ahead of its time. That Timbaland production now, when you listen to it on this album, it feels so fresh. It could be coming out it's like it came out on Friday. It's that fresh. But how many albums? Not just Timbaland. How many albums have we got that's got Timbaland on it? Jermaine Dupri, KG, Darryl Simmons on it. You got the three boys from Newark on there. You know, the produce on here, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Atlantic really got the money out for this album.
Yeah.
It's really got the money, but to me, it's a 90s classic. This album is a 90s classic.
So I would be honest. I think I got the album, but I was a bigger fan of the first album for a long time. And when the whole split from R. Kelly happened, and she got into with Timbaland and Missy, I think psychologically I just so I didn't really give it much of a listen at the time.
Wow.
I heard a few songs and a few tracks. I was like, okay, not bad. So I gave it a miss. So, and then when I started listening to this, I was like, okay, 15 songs with 2 really good interludes. And at first I listened to it and said, okay, yeah, this is a hard listen. And then I listened to it again, and I'm like, I didn't realize she could sing. I've seen videos of her singing and performing, but I'm like, wait, she can really sing. And wow, what did I miss back in the 90s when this album came out? Because I didn't really give this album much love at the time when it came out, but I listened to it now, I was like, wow. And I would say this is probably the hardest list that I've ever done, because it felt like there was a clear number 1, 2, and 3, and I think the other 4 down to 15 to me, it could have maybe 4 down to 12. It could have just been in one bunch. It was hard to really. I've changed this out of the list probably 12 times.
What, 12 times?
Yeah, 12 times.
Wow,
and what I did is I put it on a playlist. So I'll put here's number 1, and I'm listening to it. I say, no, I prefer this. And I kept shift. So every time I'm driving, I'm listening to the whole album. I went to London yesterday and I shifted numbers around. Then this evening I said, let me do my final. And I had to move around. So over 12 times I've moved things around. And so it tells me that this album was, I completely underrated this album. I underrated how well she could sing. Even the songs and I don't want to go into any of the songs, but there were some songs she did. I was like, wow, she's shown her range in different ways that I just didn't realize she could do. And you're right, Stevie, that unfortunately 90% of the R&B women coming out today are copying her, but they don't have her swag, and they're almost copying a style that was hot when it came out. That yes, it can still be right now, but I can almost assure that if Aaliyah was around today, she wouldn't sing the same way she did that they were singing. She was singing back then. She would have flipped it around. So I have to give her props for this. What's that?
I got that a week before it came out. It's the UK promotional CD of the album, and I found it in an exchange shop in Manchester about a week before it actually officially came out.
Wow.
I know, with the Atlantic, it's very hard to see that, but
yeah.
Well, that's a bit of a collector's item, that. It really is.
I don't know how you guys did, because I know that I didn't include the two interludes.
Neither did I. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Okay,
I've got
okay.
too many. You set the interludes out. I've got 15 tracks here.
15 tracks, and they were really good. As I said, yeah. I mean, there were two songs that I would say I felt that they didn't need to pay the money to put on, but I'll go for it. I think they were okay, but I didn't. I just thought that actually the album was too strong. They didn't really need them. It wouldn't have been missed, and it might surprise some people which ones I put down there and stuff. Um, but this was her biggest selling album. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Really?
It was her biggest selling album. Did over 6 million worldwide. You would think that her last album would sell more.
Yeah, I thought that
But
would.
this one was 6 singles released. And she was around to promote it, so that made a massive difference as well. Okay. We can go ahead. So, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to start from 15 down to 1. And, I listened to a show called Talk Sports. You ever listen to that? There's Hawksby and Jacob, and they tend, anytime they do birthday spread, they have to keep telling the rules, even though, because somebody could be joining in. So, we didn't conclude the interludes because there were just so many songs. So, but if you put in an interlude, not a problem. So I'll start from 15, and then Lorraine and Stevie will do their 15, and then we get down to number 2. And before we talk about number 1, we'll go down the list and stuff. So it'll be great if you guys do the same thing. List your stuff from 15, or in Hopeful's case, 17 down to 1. And tell us a little bit about why you chose the song, and anything. Put in the comments. Everything you type down gets read and by us. So after number 15 for me, initially this song was number 1.
Oh wow.
It was number 1, but when I really kept listening to it, it went down to 15. It was one of the songs that I think showcased her vocals that made me say, "Damn, this girl can sing." It was a song that I wish it was done better, because then it would have been a massive hit for her. But it's the one I gave my heart to, written by Diane Warren and Darryl Simmons. And as much as I appreciate her vocals and I appreciated the song was slow, and it just kind of like it felt dreary. And it wasn't like a Can You Talk. I'm like, Darryl, you did Can You Talk and We're Not Making Love. No, you did some songs that can, but he didn't write it. So Diane Warren wrote it, and when she writes, she normally uses David Foster to do the production. And so there's a way that their music, On Break My Heart, there's a way their stuff goes. I just didn't think it worked for Aaliyah. And so I thought, man, they could have saved money and not put in that track. So the one I gave my heart to is at number 15 for me. Goldie Brown says the radio mix was better production. I haven't listened to that. I'm not sure that it must have been, but when you're dealing with 15 songs on this album, I just thought that this was the one that didn't do it for me as much as the others. But it was a beautiful song. I think, as I said, vocally, I was like, damn, this girl can sing. And I wish she did more songs like this in order for people to recognize that she was a proper singer. Number 15 for me. Go ahead.
Okay, well, this is really hard. I've changed this position of this song so many times too. It never made it to the top 5, but it's still a good song. So number 15 for me is Giving You More. I put that at 15. I feel like there's, I guess, maybe stronger songs on there, but it's still a song that I enjoy because I feel like this album has no songs that you would skip over. But for me, I'm gonna stick with Giving You More at 15.
And it's tough because, as I said, when you have 15 songs and very few that I would say skip, you have to put them somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Giving You More. I think that was. I don't know who was Gibbs. Jay Gibbs.
Jay Dibbs, is it?
Yeah.
Well, he did a lot of stuff, but don't ask me. Like I say, I had 5 hours sleep, mate. I've just
Okay, that's fine.
this evening, mate. Jay Gibbs, he might have done stuff for 702 actually, as I remember. It's the same guy. I'm sure people in the comments will give you his discography at some point.
Yeah.
He might have done something for Jay Quest as well. Jay Quest,
Okay.
You put me on the spot there. Right, my number 15. I mean, going back to when I used to listen to this CD, I'd listen to it. I'd press play on the CD and I'd go from one right to the end. And by the time I got to the end of the CD and this track came on, I was exhausted. So I kind of took the CD player out by then because it was a very slow song. And I think I can't disagree with you, Namdi, what you said. I think actually this track would have fitted more on a first album. It's got more of an early 90s babyface feel to it rather than a mid to late 90s feel. It's a lovely song, don't get me wrong, and it's sung, like you say, it's sung very well. I just didn't listen to it enough. So, and that's not to say it's a bad, because it's not, it is. I just got to be in the mood. I've got to be in kind of that babyface Darryl Simmons mood, and I didn't think that production fitted this album.
Yeah,
it would have fitted more the first album. So the one I gave my heart to enters at number 15.
Yeah, as I said, I would listen to it and I was like, wow, Lakers. But the problem was that by the 5th time I've listened to it, I didn't feel, and I love ballads, I just didn't feel attached to it in the context of the whole album. And it just felt like, okay, yeah. So definitely agree with you. At number 14, now, as you guys come in, Chef Disney Asia, lots of you guys coming in. Rascal, how are you guys doing? As I said, this is a beautiful album. Great, probably one of my favorite albums to review this over the past 12 months. But 15 songs, you do have to put the stuff there somewhere. At number 14, for me, wow, this was another song that I felt like I have to be careful what I say. Is that Raphael Sadiq just started following me on IG. So
name dropping there, Namdi. He's got to get. He always gets a name dropping, doesn't he? Every podcast, doesn't he? He's just following me or followed me over the weekend.
Okay. He just got a couple of hours ago. So shout out to Raphael.
Congratulations.
I hope you don't. It wasn't my fault that Don Robinson said that.
Oh, there's another name drop. There's another name drop.
Another one.
Oh, Don Robinson just falls in here now as well.
So please don't. I hope he doesn't see that video and think, "Oh, you're the guy who said it." Anyway, and the reason I said I have to be careful because one of a friend of the show did track number 14 that I felt it didn't fit the vibe of the entire album. I think the album had a vibe, and there were just the 2 songs that I felt just didn't really fit in. I felt it was a nice production, but it just didn't fit in to me. And that's Everything's Gonna Be All Right.
What?
In the context of the whole album, I just felt like the album had a vibe. It had
Hold on a minute. The guy produced that. You've got him on speed dial on your WhatsApp.
Hence, I said I had to be careful what I said. I felt it was a nice song. As a package of an album, the album had a vibe. Timbaland did 7 songs on the album. If you include the 2 interludes, he did 9. He did half the album. And so then he set a standard, and then the others who did stuff in there added to that. So I think the Darryl Simmons and the Darkchild songs, I just feel like they didn't fit into the vibe. So I'm listening to it, I have a vibe, and this comes up, and I'm thinking, oh, did they? So I didn't warm to them as I did the other songs. Beautiful track, I think. I know.
I'd like to say, if you put it in the context of the album, I think you've got a valid point there. But if you take that track on its own, how would you feel?
Yeah.
Say it was like, a DJ cut. It was put on vinyl as a promo and given to DJs, and it's a brilliant.
Yeah, it was a beautiful. I love the song, but I just, as I said, when I'm because I told you I've changed my list 15 times, 12 times, because I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, I'm listening to the, I have a vibe like, oh, goodness, this one, this one, and then I'm like, oh, this doesn't fit in, so it kept being pushed backwards. I've listened to this album probably 15 times in the past week since we agreed to do this. And so every time I'm listening to it, I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't flow, and it goes to the bottom of the list. So that's why, as I said, because as I said, I don't listen to the album as it was produced. I move them around. So yeah, totally agree with man. Well, thank you, hopeful. I didn't need. I didn't think he need. I think they just didn't
I
need to
mean,
put it on
what
it.
Timbaland did with his production, he actually, I'm sorry, Rodney, but he made you sound dated on this album, because that track you're talking about does have like, it has an early to mid '90s new jack hip hop soul feel, and then you come in with this new Timbaland sound, Rodney. You're sounding, I hate to say it, but even I love that track, Namdi. But you make, in the context of the album, you make a very valid
Yeah.
point.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Serena, what did you put down at
Well,
14?
I will say that, like you, I changed my list a lot of different times, and I do the same thing with each album. I create my own playlist and I listen to it like that. I switch it
Mm,
around. So, to
yeah.
be honest, that track was, you know, gonna be next, but I switched it again. So, number 14 is Ladies in the House. That's what I put.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, the bass. Boom. Choo-choo.
I know. I
Oh,
know.
because please stop. You can.
I know. It's crazy.
Boom, boom. They'll shake
Yeah.
that bass on that alone will just shake a room up. Frightening bass on it.
With both like Timbaland and Missy on the track, like it's an amazing song, like all of
Mm,
them. But when I just kept listening, it just, I don't
yeah.
know, that's the one where it landed. I feel like for me, I kept listening to Everything's Gonna Be All Right more on that album. So
Mm,
yeah, Ladies in the House is number 14 for me.
Oh,
yeah. But that's it, Stevie. When you do the playlist that we've both been doing, it means that you kind of switch it around as you're listening to it and think in the context of just the
I
vibe of
didn't
the album.
overthink this one.
Oh,
I
you
just,
didn't?
just
Okay.
did my list of what I listen to most to what I listen to the least. I thought I can't overthink this because, like you said, all the tracks are really good, and
Mhm.
I would be switching and going, but So yeah. Anyway, where are we up to? Number 14. Um,
Yeah.
I was really, really enjoying this track. It's produced. This one's produced by. I'm sure is it Cameron Griffin? Let me just. Yeah, Vincent Herbert and Craig King for Three Boys. I was really enjoying this track until the guest vocalist started singing, and his name is Tavarius Polk, and I'm thinking, I recognise his vocal, but I can't think where he's come from. But he's a ooh, and he starts going ooh in the track. I'm like, oh no,
I love that song.
like this, and I'm like, again, it just dates the album, but
Well, but the album is old though. It's not like a new.
it just sounds dated now. Really, that vocal just sounds.
Oh
The
no,
track
I'm
itself,
here for Tavares's runs. I love it.
yeah, he's never given. It does sound like they recorded both vocals in different studios to me, and they just fitted them in the track, but never giving up. It's a nice track. I do like the track, but
I'm sure you'd be surprised where we both put it. So
number
don't worry.
14 is never giving up for me. When it comes, he starts going.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, goodness, no. RS, I didn't realize he's passed
Who else?
away.
Not either. Tavares?
No, this is what's Guilty Bro says, such a great duet. Wow.
Damn.
I didn't realize he's passed. Okay. Um, okay. So, oh yes, I've just gone onto his IG and just found out today. So he passed away 2022.
Was he in a group?
I thought the album sounded like he was in a group. But anyone know if he was part of a group? Because it felt like he was in a group.
He sounds a lot older than what? He was 15 years older. He sounded a lot older on that track. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, your melodic was right. I did think it was Brian Alexander Morgan at a bit, when he's at a bit, yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So number 13 for me was the ladies in the house. Let me say, yeah, yeah. It was nice little. It was nice stuff, nice track. But I just loved other songs on it better. Um, and but it was especially at the time of D'Angelo. If I gave me some of that neo soul D'Angelo type vibe, but the production, and I appreciated that as well. So yeah, number 13 for me was "Ladies in the House" featuring Missy and Timbaland.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
All right.
okay.
So number 13 for me, I put "I Got Your Back." That is
What?
Gotcha.
yes. I
What?
know. I know. It's hard. I know.
What? Oh my god.
I got your back.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. That my final answer, I guess.
Wow. As I said, when I do this list, I listen to the songs. I've learned to listen to the songs over and over, and I don't look at the producer until the night before we go live because no, actually not the night, a couple of hours because I don't want to. In the past, I've just looked at the producer, and it will influence me, and so I didn't realize it was Jermaine Dupri that did the production.
Yeah.
Um, but okay, I will say more when I put it on where I put it. But I actually did like that track, but I'll talk when it comes my turn. Okay. What about you?
Uh,
13.
to number 13.
Mm.
Oh, gosh, I had. It's another. Who did this track? Sorry, folks. It's another Vincent Herbert track. Never giving up. Never giving up. No, I do like this track. Ben Garrison's on this. Written by Monica Payne.
No, you already. What did you?
Yeah, you put that at 14.
You put out 14.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Oh,
the
you're
duet.
right. You're right. I'm thinking of
Oh,
never coming back.
okay.
Yeah, the Timbaland track. Timbaland makes his first entry. It just again, it's got a nice vibe to it. Didn't blow me away, but yeah, it's nice. It's just nice.
Okay.
Never coming back.
Uh,
I do like.
yeah. It was a good.
Yeah, good look.
15 songs. It's hard not to put songs somewhere. Rob Benjamin Music, welcome. She the Pretty, welcome. Yeah, every guys, as you're commenting, we are able to read them and so be part of the show by telling us your thoughts and actually giving us any Easter eggs around the album as we go along, as we talk about the songs. That is always helpful. At number 12 for me is Stevie's number 13, and that's Never Coming Back, which, as I said, moved around a lot. And actually, I don't think I had anything wrong with this song. It's just that I think this is one of those songs where I had 11 songs that I preferred more, as opposed to having anything to say like, oh, I didn't like this or anything like that. I just felt like it was a nice little jam. It didn't sound like a Timbaland Missy connection. It didn't sound like they did that. Um, but yeah, as a friend, this is one of those songs where I had nothing to really say and stuff. It felt like it should be in the album. It felt like it fit, and nice, beautiful vocals and production, and everything. Yeah. We've got our friend Marco saying Timbaland's 7 productions was too much.
What?
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay, well for me, for number 12, this is where I put this in the Dark Child track, Everything's Gonna Be All Right. So that comes in at number 12 for me.
And what did you think of it? Because you said you moved it around a bit.
Yeah, no, I moved it around, so it's been all over this list, but it came in at number 12. I really like the track. I know, like you're saying, it sounds a bit like out of place, I guess, when it comes to the sequencing of the whole album, but I just think it was like really good, and it's an upbeat track, so I would have loved to see her like perform this live to see what like the choreography and everything would have been for this. But yeah, I liked it. It didn't make like my top 10 or anything like that, but I think it's a solid track.
Yeah, yeah, and I can't disagree with you more. I thought, oh, this is a good track, but it it just felt like, yeah, let's just get a Dark Child track to put on there to see if we needed it. And that's how I felt like, um, you know, it had a good direction, and I just felt it just didn't need it on there. Yes, I wish it was done on the soundtrack and released on the soundtrack. It would have worked perfectly. It would have worked perfectly.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Mhm.
I think that would have been good because she did a lot of songs on a lot of soundtracks during that time. So
Yeah, 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 that's what I was saying to myself. Like, oh, this is good, but it just didn't flow. Stevie.
I've opted for one of the singles, again produced by Vincent Herbert. I'm just looking at Paulina DaCosta. He's on percussion on this. Wow, it's got Slick Rick on the rap.
Wow.
That maybe gives the track away, but I think it's a fun it's a cover version. It's a fun version of this. She's done it respectfully. I'm not sure about the Slick Rick rap, but I think the reason I put it so high up at number 12 is because
High or low?
well, low, I should say low, is because I was painstakingly trying to get the Marvin Gaye original on CD. There's a greatest hits, so you get a hits package. It's always the edited version. It's like a 4-minute version, but the actual full live version is about 12, 13 minutes long. I remember this, again, pre-internet, years trying to find this Marvin Gaye live CD with the 12-minute version of Got to Give It Up. And I was so happy that I'd got it. And I used to play it so much. And I was happy Aaliyah did it as a cover, but it just didn't come anywhere near Marvin Gaye. Just didn't get anywhere near it for me. But like I say, it was a fun track. I bought the single when it came out, but it's number 12 for me.
Wow.
You know, I like the track, but Marvin Gaye's original, it's too strong. It holds too strong.
Okay. Goodness, I can't believe we've done almost 40 minutes and we're only at number 12. Just okay. At number 11, okay, I'm sure this will surprise people. Well, number 11, because it was released as a single, and maybe because I'm in my head, I remember the version of this song that Missy did, or maybe I'm thinking about Hot Boys, but I think number 11 and number 13 are very similar, with the vibe, and I like the song, but as I said, there were some other songs that I felt I did prefer more, and so number 11 for me is Hot Like Fire. Um, as I said, it grew on me, but I just thought that it others stood out and gave Aaliyah a range that I hadn't expected.
Wow.
So at number 11 for me was Hot Like Fire.
Wow.
I think maybe because in my head I keep hearing Hot Boys, and it just felt like, I think when I heard Hot Like Fire, I'm like, oh, this was the blueprint for Hot Boys or something. Yeah. But
monstrous track there, Namdi, at number what? Doesn't even make your top 10.
yeah, as I said, and I'll always go back and say that Aaliyah surprised me with this album. I was shocked to see how I neglected how good she was. And so, for me to put "Hot Like Fire" number 11 says that there's so many great songs that I loved on this album. Yes, yes.
Right. So for me, number 11 is a track. I actually heard her version first before I heard the original, of course. But then after getting into more music and comparing it to the original, I'm going to put this at number 11, which is Got to Give It Up featuring Slick Rick. So that is at the number 11 spot. I love the track still. I think it's a good remake that she did. Like, she made it her own. And I liked having Slick Rick in it because he always, I don't know, he adds something to the track that's very different. And I liked how he like incorporated another part of her song into it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like another positive motivating force within my life. Like he sings it off, it kind of like trails off.
Yeah.
So it's a very fun track. I just thought other tracks were stronger, but this is like a solid remake. So I put it at number 11.
Okay.
Wow.
Stevie, Chef Disney Asians probably get upset that I put Hot Life 511. As I said, when you have an album with 17, if you minus the interlude, 15 amazing tracks, you then need to put things somewhere. And so, yeah. And I always had the bias that this was a Timbaland production, the whole album, but that's why I mixed it around. But as I said, beautiful track. Go ahead, Stevie.
Good evening to Benson's, also Jez Miley's here. Music tips and reviews. Hi, Hopeful. Hello,
Chief, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. He's in the old struggle. He's struggling by the sound of it. We hope you get well soon, Mr. Benson's. Number 11 is the Jermaine Dupri produced "I Got Your Back."
Wow.
I thought it's a good track, this. I thought he did a really good track. I got you, but again, it's like, where do I put this?
Yeah, well, I can understand. Yeah,
it's one of those. Gosh, it's not even in the top 10. That's how shows you how strong this album is.
Yeah,
this is not even being the top 10. What am I doing? What am I doing? But, from 10 out of 1, they're all. But yeah, there it is. I got you, and I've been bouncing that track all week as well.
Number 11.
How is it number 11?
Okay.
Oh, this was hard.
Yeah, I would say it was. I didn't expect it to be this hard, and I was, as I said, the hardest album I've ever reviewed because I've never changed more than 2 songs. But yeah, at number 10 for me, I was split on this song because on one side I'm like how beautiful her voice is and how well she can interpret the song, but on the other side I think this song could have been better. It could have been better served if they had kept if they had interpreted it, allowed us to hear a different interpretation. Susie Lover.
Wow.
I think when she did the version, I thought I thought the new school version should have been kept as a full track and should have been a single because it reminded me of when Shantae Savage did I Will Survive, just flip the track. So when I heard the new school version, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a different track altogether. Why didn't they leave that? Because, when she did the old school version, it was no different from At Your Best. So it shows, yes, I can sing and I know the song and I appreciated that. But the new school version was like, well, let me flip it and give it a new lease of life. And I preferred that part, So at one point, it's like, yep, Aaliyah, we know you can sing and you sound angelic. But then you give us the new school version. I'm thinking, but that should have been what you have in because then you're introducing it a new audience to this old classic and not sounding like them. Because the first part, when you're listening to the guitar, like, wow, this is awesome. I felt like Ernie was playing the guitar, and I felt like it was just she jumped on the original track and said like you could have fit in. But I think if they'd kept it a new school version, it would have made my top five. So yeah, New York on the cover version of Tuesday was much better than the album version. Okay, thanks for that, say. Um, Old school, new school. Aaliyah skates over the ice in front. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, new school version would have been great for me, and I would have had it much higher because I felt like, wow, that was how you flip a record and make it your own, and it would have just been so awesome. All right.
Okay. For me, for number 10, I put this as like a classic, like 90s ballad. I remember the song when I was younger too, like playing it a lot. So that's the one I gave my heart to. So I just felt
Oh, okay. You still got into your top 10.
yes, it is in my top 10, definitely. Yeah, I put it at 10. I feel like it's just a classic 90s R&B song that you get like a lot on albums. So yeah, that's what I have at 10.
Yeah. What did you? But did you feel? I mean, when Darryl Simmons, co-produced the Can We Talk and Superwoman, and those parts of me that listened to the production felt like, okay, it's almost like You Mean the World to Me kind of thing, but it just felt to me it was like it didn't feel as if they it just felt like a Disney song. Um, and maybe it's Diane Warren. I just probably she's better served when she does her stuff with Dave Foster. They've got their chemistry, and they could have brought something different to it.
Yeah,
I just.
I don't know. I feel like it's a very Diane Warren type of song to me. I
Yeah.
feel like it reminds me of like how Monica had like For You I Will, like those type of
Mm,
those
yeah.
type of songs. Yeah.
Okay. Stevie.
Gosh, dare I say this? Sometimes I listen to this at number 10 now, aren't we? Is it number
Yeah.
10? I get a bit bored. Because when they released the single, the 12-inch version, there was like an extended version of it which went on for 7 minutes. And I'm scratching my head going, I'm getting bored of this. Getting bored after 4 minutes. I don't. It doesn't need to go any longer than 4 minutes, but it does. It just goes on and on and on. Then other days I listen to it and I think it's just what a great track. But it's ended up at number 10, surprisingly, and it's If Your Girl Only Knew is at number 10.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Your girl only knew. Da, 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 da. It's that late. Maybe it's the production, and even though I'm really bigging up Timbaland's production tonight, I was like, this was the first single. This was the leader. I was a bit anticlimactic when I first heard it. That's the first single, I'll be honest. And the 7 minute doesn't need to be 7 minute long.
Mm,
It's in my top 10 anyway. It's at number 10. It could have been higher up. But there you go.
okay. Okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, as I said, okay. So that was If Your Girl Only Knew. I'm
Mhm.
surprised with that. I thought it was a good as a way of reintroducing her after the separation from R. Kelly. I thought it was a different style, and I thought they wanted to just let's just try and give it a bit different vibe. What did I put? I think I put it a little bit higher. Okay, number nine. So top 10, number nine for me. Um, yes, yeah. So I think let me see. When I look at my yeah, number nine is Back to Timbaland and Missy, and it was Heartbroken, and it was another song that I really and I moved it around quite a bit.
Good song, that. Good
I
song.
moved it around quite a bit because it was one of the songs where it was higher than I just kept moving around as I kept listening, and other songs that I like better. Not that there was anything wrong with this song, but I can't fault it at all. But it was just songs that I just preferred better. And this is listening to the album, this week as opposed to back when it first came out. And so at this stage in my life, listening to it, I put it at number 9. Yes.
Good song though. Very
Yeah,
good.
no, definitely, yes.
All right, guys. So my number 9 is a track that you guys had said way previously, but it's Never Coming Back. That is my number 9. I just love her voice on that track. I like how it's broken down later and how it kind of goes, kind of like how you're at a concert. She's asking for like, crowd participation. I don't know. I really like that song. I listen to that song a lot when listening to this album. But yeah, I put it at number 9.
Okay.
No, I can understand. I do, like you say. It's just when I just wasn't that the duet just didn't work. Well, not say it didn't work. It's just his voice. But I can understand why you like that track.
Oh no, it's not the one
Never
with
Come
the
Back.
duet. It's the other one. Never
I'm
Come
getting mixed up with the two, aren't I? Sorry.
because they both start with never. That's why.
Yeah. What number are we on? Sorry.
We are
9. Number
9.
9. So at number 9, I got the J Dibs produced "Giving You More." Gosh, I can't remember what it sounds like, and I've got it at number 9. This is like I say, not had much sleep, folks. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, but I was compiling it this afternoon, and that track has ended up at number 9. But I forgot what it sounds like. That's just weird.
Okay. I can help you out because I had it at number 8, and it's almost like do do do. You know that Tony Braxton song? Oh goodness, the one with the one that Babyface did with what was that? I've even lost it now. Does anyone remember what it sounds like? But it was all that I am. It felt more.
I'm gonna play 5 seconds of it.
Okay, I can't
Just
remember
5,
now.
just to remind me what it sounds like. Really.
I've lost it now. In my head, I can't remember what it reminds
That's
me.
really, how bad is that? I can't remember
But
what it sounds like.
it gave me it gave me it gave me like an uptown.
Oh yes. Now I know why I put it there.
Yeah. You're making me high. Thank you, Goody Brown. You're making me high.
Really,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of you making me high, that kind of stuff, and it was, no doubt it was making me high. Well done, Goody Brown. Yeah, I listened to it. I'm like, okay, I like the beats and stuff, so I put it at number 8. And as I said, it was different from the rest of the other songs, and I liked the flow. So it's I really liked the production and liked how she delivered it as well. Yes. So that's number 8 for me. So not too far from you, Stevie.
So anyway, we're at number. So Lorraine, we're at number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 8. This is where I put the duet that Stevie loves so much. Never Giving Up with Tavares. I really like that song. I remember even liking that song as a kid. I don't know, that really stuck out to me back then too. So that's yeah, that's where
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
say.
song. It is a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angels, what you know of him. Was this I think this is the first time we heard Baby Girl, because he said in the song, and no one else on that album called her Baby Girl. And then Timbaland later on, when he did what was it for the soundtrack? I've been watching you.
Oh, Are You That Somebody?
Are you that somebody, baby girl? So then he kind of re-emphasized the song, but Tavares is the first person that said it.
Yeah, that's true. I never noticed that.
Yeah, yeah. So he he get his credit. So he was the first one to give it that name, and no one else gave him. Yeah. So yeah, because yeah. All right, Stevie. What about you?
Number 8, I've got the very haunting, Heartbroken. Just great production. Again, I just think it's a really strong song, and it's
Are you that somebody? Yeah.
yeah, and it's made it above If Your Girl Only Knew for me. It's just more the vibe of it. It's just, oh, dearie me, shakes me up a bit. Really does. Have you frozen, Andy?
No, we're watching you.
All right, yeah. So Heartbroken is a number 8.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were getting emotional before. I was waiting, like, okay, what's
No,
he gonna
don't worry, mate. I'm not gonna. Don't worry, mate. I'm not gonna. I won't be
Because you were
breaking.
like, yeah, and he just stopped, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, Stevie's emotional. What's he gonna say? So,
No, mate.
okay. Heartbroken at number 8. Okay. At number 7 for me was a track that at first I thought I was listening to Beat It. No, Billie Jean. You know the drums of the track? Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, no, it was yeah. That was Billie Jean. The drums. Before we go into the Marvin Gaye track.
I don't know. You need to listen to the Marvin Gaye track again.
Yeah, no, but the drums. That was if you listen to the drums on its own, that's Beat It. That's
You
Billie
think
Jean.
so?
Sorry.
You think so?
Yeah, that's
I
a
gotta listen to it again.
okay. You just play the drums on it. It's not, and tell me you just play the drums. It's Billie Jean. Are, are you gonna play it, Steve? I thought you want me to play it.
No, I've not. I've not got. I'd have to go on YouTube.
No, that's fine. I've got it set. And let me see. Where number 7 is.
No, beat it. The drums on beat it like boom.
Yeah, bartender, can I get a Hennessy on the rocks and Long Island iced tea? Thank you.
Oh yeah, the kick when the kick comes in. Yeah, I can hear that now.
Yeah, I was okay, Benson, yeah, lazy. It just I'm like okay, that was but when you listen to it, you're like, oh, what was that track by Pharrell and oh, his name is escaping the one that they got the lawsuit from
Oh, Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke. Yes.
Oh, Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines. You're like, hey, of course, that sounds like Blurred Lines. And so Blurred Lines did sample the Marvin Gaye stuff. It's so obvious that it was the complete rip-off of Marvin Gaye. And they're like, no, we didn't do it. So, yes, I loved how Slick was on this stuff. Slick was like he had schizophrenia, where he talks like in the third person and like, yeah, I was over here and this person comes in. I'm like, and then she comes in and she does her vibe. She reminded me of Donna Summer in this song, you know, that how she could hit the dance music and the whole vibe and everything. I was like, wow, I was really impressed by it. I loved how Slick Rick interacted with her, and as you said, as he sampled one of her tracks and how she sang on it. Yes, it was. I really loved the song, and it was different. It was different than some of the other songs, and that's what stood out for me. So, got to give it up with number 7 featuring Slick Rick. Really, really fun track.
Yeah, Slick Rick, he's such a good storyteller.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And it makes it really fun.
You know, he performed recently in London on the street for what's that DJ called? That's really
the DJ.
Nobody was there. Nobody.
Really?
He was there for Will Smith, where he had a shocking. Will Smith performed his new single in the streets of London. It just went down like a lead balloon. But when Slick Rick turns up to do Children's Story, nobody's there.
I don't think people in the UK remember Slick Rick, and I don't know. It depends on how it's promoted. I mean, Burna Boy was, I think it's the it's the audience. I mean, I might have gone to see it if I still lived in London, I just think it's just it's just the audience. But yeah, that's disappointing. I don't know if he gives heads up before he does the show.
True, they probably more know. The audience probably know the Montel Jordan track.
Yeah, but they wouldn't think it. Yeah, they. But no, I think just the way he tells the story alongside her, I was like, wow, this was just really really good. Yeah. Okay. Number 7 for you.
Number 7, I have Heartbroken at number 7. That's such a good track. Unfortunately, it didn't make my top 5, but I really, really do enjoy this track too. I think it was just so well done and it really fits the album. So yeah, that's what I have at 7.
Sorry, which track?
Heartbroken.
Yeah, I can. Do you think that track appeals to ladies more?
Probably. Yeah, from the lyrics of the song. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know when and now I need to remember this because when I listened to, and I don't know, it was hard in some cases listening to some of the tracks like Heartbroken, like for let me see, for some of the songs, because it was hard to not, because 2 years earlier she was, a year earlier she was married to R. Kelly and the whole situation, and it's hard to do a breakup song and like I'm writing you a 4-page letter and some of these songs without in your head thinking who is she singing about, and because I know that everyone else had this uproar about the age difference and stuff, but did they actually find out how she felt about the situation, and or whether it was whether she was taken advantage of, or whether she actually felt the same way. Elvis Presley married Priscilla Presley around the same age, and they're still, he was still his wife until he passed. So it was somewhat difficult at first listening to the song, some of those Heartbroken and My Boyfriend, not thinking and trying to get that out of my head. But I still went on and still appreciated the song. So yeah, Heartbroken was one of the songs I remembered thinking about at the time. Yeah. Anyway, Stevie, on to you, number 7.
I went for the bass heavy shaker, Ladies in the House, really quite high up for me.
Wow.
That Ladies in the House, boom, it's just that bass is menacing. The shape they've got on it, it'll shake the club floor. It's too heavy. It's too heavy for me. Just a mind-boggling production. It's got Missy Elliott in it. Had we heard of Missy Elliott by then? I know we had, haven't we? She was in that group Sister.
Yeah.
But I didn't really pay much, even though I remember getting that Sister record. I still didn't know who Missy Elliott was back then until she put her own stuff out. So again, we're hearing Missy for the first time. So, but yeah.
No, her first time to come out was on the Gina Thompson Things You Do remix.
Oh yeah.
And she was on the remix for Men of Vision with Darkchild. And then then Puffy started. I don't know. I think I didn't like her rap on that track. It reminded me of the rap she did on Diary of a Mad Band.
What was it? Heedy ha and a hardy.
But maybe at the time I was like, okay, not a problem. Anyway.
Heedy ha and a hardy hey.
Number 6 for me. I didn't know JD did this song, and I wrote down this was like an Uptown. This was Aaliyah's Uptown track, and that I Got Your Back. I love the track. I love the I love the whole vibe of it. I love the whole call, like you don't worry, I got you there. It was such a such a nice vibe. It felt genuine too. It almost felt like she meant it. I'm like, okay, I'll spin it around. I'm sure if I restart, you'd have got me and stuff. But it was a believable track for me as well. I just love the whole bounce of this, and um, and I did wonder. I wonder if JD did a little bit more songs, but then I probably would have. I have to be careful because both Daryl and Dark Cloud are both friends. They're both two-time guests on the show.
Oh,
But I
really?
think,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
both of them have been on twice. So, but
Oh,
I
oh,
think.
really? They're both friends, are they? They're both friends, are they, Namdi? Yeah.
No, no, friends of the show.
Oh, okay.
Of the show, yes, they're
Are
friends.
they,
Of
are they on,
Let's
they're
go.
definitely on
That's
your,
the key word this time.
Yeah, yeah, of the show. The
they're
show,
on your
show.
They're on your Christmas card list then, yeah?
Hey, you know what? Darryl Simmons sent me that Christmas album. He did, and he sent me the CD first, then and stuff. So, but I think JD, I would have preferred. I think he it would I would have been interesting to see what else he could have done with them because think of what he did with TLC, with Escape, with Mariah. I think he was able to he could have offered something different, and I would like to have seen that contrast to what Timbaland did a little bit more from Jermaine. I think he would have done some other good tracks, but the one he did in number six for me, I got your back. Yeah.
I got you, Papa.
Yeah,
It's your kind of track, that. It is definitely, that's definitely you, that, Namdi.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just love that whole vibe and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice.
Okay, so this is getting really tough, guys. For like,
Really tough. It's always been tough.
I know, but it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like I don't know. Okay, number 6, I just put it there. I don't know. That's where it landed. I'm not really happy with it, but it is 4-page letter. I know
Wow.
it's
Wow.
crazy. I know.
Any reason why though?
I guess there's other songs that I like, but I love 4-page letter. I remember the video. I thought the video was so cool. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's at number 6, guys. That's all I got.
Okay.
It really is. It's really one of the signature songs, that, and it's a song that really does fit her, I think.
Mm. See, you're saying very little in case you get pulled up by the legal team of the Aaliyah fan club. Goodness. Okay, Stevie, what's number 6 for you?
I wanted this to be in my top 5. It's not made my top 5, even though it's a brilliant track. Hot Like Fire is at number 6. Getting me hot like fire, bro. Again, another club floor shaker. Oh, mesmerising production on this. Getting spending my £10 on the promo 12-inch single with the remix on. Wow, number 6 didn't make my top 5. It's really bad. That is really, there is one track here though that's nearly made me number 1 that I was just stunned by, just shocked. But Hot Like Fire is probably not in the top 5 because of that reason, because of this other track which has just bombarded my top 5.
Wow. Okay. Well, going to my number 5. Goodness. One of the things I'll say about this song is that if somebody says, "Oh, I wasn't around you in the '90s," give me a song that would embellish the '90s, and this track always comes to mind. Um, what I loved about um, how they what not only the theme of the song but the interaction with Tavares never giving up. It felt '90s. It felt like he gave me that Dino from H Town vibe. He sounded like a '90s R&B singer. That's how they sang the '90s. That kind of church singing and stuff. and Aaliyah got into it as well. And I thought that, man, this was. Let me see. I don't think they released it as a single. No, they didn't. I thought this would have been like a perfect little song if they had done a video and everything. Um, yeah, I love the '90s and the joint the backing vocals, and I first, because I didn't see the credits, I'm listening to the song. I thought she was singing with a group. It felt like she was singing with a boy group, and I'm thinking, okay, who is this? Is it which is it a male group that, like, remember 702 and Subway that sang these little things? I felt that was she was singing with a group, but I really appreciated this track and I appreciate how she came through on it. Monica Payne, is she not the one from the Girls?
Mhm.
Yeah, Monica Payne from the Girls wrote this song.
Sorry, Monica.
Yeah, beautiful track, beautiful duet with Aaliyah, and yeah, number five for me. It was definitely a track that I really appreciated. I thought
You got there in the end, Namdi. You got there in the end.
it was good, always going to be in there. Yes.
So we've got Lorena now, number 5.
Number 5. So top 5. So my number 5, I put Hot Like Fire. That is
Oh.
my number 5. If it was the Timbaland remix, it probably would have been higher up.
Mm.
But the original one, it lands at 5. It's still one of my favorites. Again, love the music video during that time and everything, and it's a solid track. So that's what I have coming in at 5.
Okay.
Wow, you had it higher than me.
It's interesting that we've got Tavares was a teen when he sang Goatee Brown says when he sang those riffs. Then Ezekiel's like, nah, man, I didn't like it. He didn't think that the vocals complement each other. But it was a
I agree. I agree with what he's saying, but you got to take into account he's a teenager. So fair play, respect to him as a teenager. Getting that duet.
Yeah, but Aaliyah was also a teen at the same time, and I think because she'd come out before, but she was 12, she was 15, so they were on this. She was a teenager as well, and I think I appreciate the fact that they wanted to pair her up with a young kid, so that because it needed to take away the narrative of what was happening in the past, and I felt that it was like, yeah, but her subject matters were very different than what Brandy was singing when she started, you know.
Yeah.
But she had gone through a lot. Yeah. All right, Stevie, what did you have for number 5?
Number 5, this track. I think this track has influenced the whole generation of female singers. I also think it influenced the whole Player album, half the Genuine album in sound. It should be higher up. It's a brilliant. It's a great song, really strong song, and I like the way she's saying, like, turn the music up, and it builds and it builds, and it goes into it. But number 5 is 4-Page Letter. Great record, this. But like you say, if you play your Player album and you're Genuine, then third them out, you can hear this sound, what Timbaland was doing, and that I don't know if it's a sim sound that comes down, sound that comes into it as well. But as a song, it just really fits her. It really is one of her signature songs. So 4-Page Letter, number 5. Thank you very much.
At number 4 for me is the first single she came out with Timbaland and Missy, If Your Girl Only Knew. I think even I'd give it up to Missy for the subject matter that she's singing, and then also the fact that if there are countless videos of Aaliyah performing this live, dancing and singing and hitting those vocals, which you looking back, you can appreciate now how she was able to do that and still look cool as well. She died at 22 years old after releasing her third album. I think it's I think sometimes you take it back and think, wow, she hadn't done. She was only 22, and some people are still coming out, and she had so the full package, even in a busy period of R&B music, solo and groups, she still made her mark. But if your girl only knew, beautiful track at number 4 for me.
Wow.
Yes.
If your girl only knew.
For me, for number 4, I put Choosy Lover. So
Wow, that high up.
yeah, I think it was done really well. I remember listening to this as a kid and liking the song, but then when that beat switched, I was
Mm.
kind of like mind blown as a kid. I remember sitting in the living room and be like, "Oh my gosh." And my older sister ran and she's like, "No, we have to listen to that again." So then we had to like rewind the track. We didn't even finish it. We had to listen to it again just to hear that beat drop. And till this day, it's just something that I look forward to in the track. I thought it was done really, really well. So it's one of my favorites on there. So I have it at number 4.
What if they had just done the second part for the song as a full song? What would you have thought? Or would you need to did you need to hit both of them to? Would you have separated the two tracks?
Um, I mean the beat is good. Like when it switches over to like the more up tempo, which
Mm,
is like getting away from like the Isley Brothers.
mm.
But I don't know. I just think the switch, because at that time, that's not something I don't think that was happening a lot, right?
No, you wouldn't. Occasionally you may get no in a video music video like Puffy would have done. I'm thinking about being around the world where they do the switch. You know, they do he dances with JLo, then he goes back in.
Hmm.
Very rarely on an album that they'll just record it like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, remixes were separate, but on original version, I when it dropped, I was like, wow. And then I thought, did I prefer the old original or did I want the switch? And I felt after a while, I thought I wish they'd done the new version as a standalone single, and then on the remix have the original one there to say, look, I can do this. But this would have been her version of it. That was just me at the time.
Okay. No, I don't know what it was, but I really liked how they did the switch
Mm.
on their original version of their remake of the song. So I thought it was really good. So that's why it's so high up there for me.
Hopeful says she preferred the first half better than the second half. But did you both have a preference on that track? Did you prefer the original or the switch version?
I didn't have a preference. I
Oh,
liked both. I would be okay if they stuck with the original or if they had the second part as just the song itself. I think that would have been cool too because it would have been her own take on the song. But they could have went either way.
okay, okay. Stevie, what is your where we at number
What
4?
was your number 5 and 4, Namdi?
Number 5 for me was Never Give It Up. If your girl only knew.
Never get. And your 5 was
My
Hot Like
5 was
Fire.
Hot Like Fire, and then 4 was Choosy Lover.
I think you started your top 5 very, very strong, Lorraine. Very strong. Can it get stronger? It's definitely stronger than mine because at number 4, I've gone for purely. I think this would have made an incredible DJ cut. If it had come out as like a promotional 12 with the album mix on one side and the instrumental on the other, I think it just would have tore dance floors up. But I took everything what Namdi said about this track this evening, and you are right, it doesn't fit the album, but it's got to number 4 for me purely as just a DJ cut. And I am a fan of Dark Child and his sound. So everything as a dance DJ cut, I think it's such an underrated track. This it's a brilliant, just a thumping track. So everything's gonna be all right. Brilliant. I think DJ should be playing this out now. Just right. But you're right. It doesn't fit the album, but as a dance floor track, this would kill dance floors. So for that reason, and I do play it a lot. It's at number 4 for me.
Yeah, as I said, I was if you have it, if you had top 10 Dogtail tracks by female artists and you listen to it, you might I like it.
Plus, I'm a big from this period, '96. This is my favourite Darkchild period as well. The early Dark, I loved his sound then, because once he got into the late '90s and 2000, they all sold out. They all took the pot money. They were producing Britney Spears and God knows what was the other girl Timbaland produced. What's that other girl? The promiscuous girl.
Oh, Nelly Furtado.
Yeah, they were getting the suitcase money from the record. Here's a suitcase with 150 grand in for a Nelly Furtado track. Take the 150 grand to. He goes, oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Promiscuous, here we come.
Well, we're getting 200,000
grand for Britney Spears. Take the suitcase.
Hey, 200,000.
You all sold out. You're sold out. You sold R&B down the river.
I remember talking to J-Dub, and he was saying that, man, they were just throwing money at us in the 90s.
There you go, see? They took the money.
No, it was him or John. They were just saying, they were throwing money, so you just took the money. As you want us to, no problem. How much you want to pay? So, unfortunately. Okay.
It'd be like us sat here now and some big company come along and went, guys, here's a load of money to do your podcast, but you've got to do it this way. Would we be taking the money?
Yeah, of course.
Here we go, 250 grand.
Apart from Lorena, who's very principled, like, no.
But we want you to do, we want you to do top, I don't know, some pop artist. Name me some pop artist who's big now. Do a top
10. Maybe they say, look, here's some money to interview Kim Kardashian as she's coming out with a new R&B album. Oh. And I was like, man, your vocals were just unbelievable. I don't know how you were able to incorporate those beats by Timbaland. Show me the money. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well.
Number 3 for me is 1 in a Million. I can't right now, just because we're talking, I kind of forgot about how the song sounds like. I can't remember the song now, but listen to it. It was right up there. There were just 2 other songs that really were much better to me. Well, not much better, that I loved much better. But 1 in a Million is at number 3 for me.
What?
Yeah.
Well, at least it's in your top 3.
It's in my top 3. I just need. Okay. Yeah.
You don't need reminding of that, surely.
Your love is 1 in a million. You know what happens is that of course I know the songs, but as we're talking, I just forgot how it sounded like, and so I'm like, okay, I've got 1 in a million, but I can't remember it. But I think Timbaland was probably, when it comes to drum beats, I think he was on a different planet. You know that the Teddy Riley Blackstreet remix of with Janet Jackson.
Girlfriend, boyfriend. No.
No. The one that's Get Lonely. I get so lonely. Timbaland did the drum productions. If you look at when you look at the CD, Timbaland was brought in for the drum production on that, because he was just able just to do some magic on that. And I've heard countless people talk about how they get stuck with a production, and Timbaland 5 minutes. I think, who was it? I think maybe Kanye West has said about how Timbaland comes in, he gets the production out. Timbaland's just an amazing thing. So the 1 in a million, the way he gets the drum beats in there and just flows, beautiful songs and stuff. Yeah, but I had 2 more songs that I preferred more.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, hold on a minute. 1 in a million. Do you think it sounds? I was thinking the other day. What does 1 in a million remind me of? and it reminds me of a track. I don't know if it came out 2 years earlier or a year earlier. The track that goes, "Your love is a 187.
Oh, the Wagner Brothers.
Me to heaven.
Yeah.
One in a million." I don't know. Does it remind me of that? The Whitehead Brothers. Your love is
I
a
have to look that up.
187, taking me to heaven. Your love is a 1 in a million.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Kind of got a similar feel to that.
It gets similar feel. I wouldn't have listened to. I wouldn't have. I don't know if I would have connected the two. I mean, but it's
Timbaland had definitely heard that Whitehead Brothers track. They must have heard that by then.
Yeah. Well, so this came out in. I'll check and see when. One of the songs 3 and the
Yes, I Gave My Heart is 2. Is it number 15? Chief Daisy 8. Is it Chief Disney Asia? Is that Chief or Chef? Chef Disney Asia. That person can't believe I've got it at number 15. So does Namdi. He's got it at number 15 as well.
Yeah.
So they came out.
It's not a very guy track. It's not a very guyish track, is it? That it's a girly type of track. It's a girly type of track.
No,
anyway,
I love the production. Yeah, but the
Lorraine is dying to get a number 3 out here.
Yeah, but the Whitehead Brothers came out 2 years earlier, so there's a possibility, Stevie, that there was. Timbaland did listen to that.
Love is a 187.
I'm gonna look that up. I've never heard of them.
I don't know. It just came. I thought it sounds a bit similar.
So okay. Oh, we want that 187 and Forget I Was a G, the Whitehead Brothers. Shout out to Kenny Whitehead, friend of the show.
Yeah, another friendly good show there. Friends in high places. Anyway, Miss Lorraine, what is your number 3, please?
For number 3, I have If Your Girl Only Knew. That is my number 3. I think it's a strong track. I love it. So I have that at number 3.
Yeah, production was amazing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's really good. And it also showed too with like the video how she like changed her image, like her branding and stuff like that. So I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, okay. Lena Marie says the 1 in a Million also sounds like Cheers for You by Player. But you know, the Player and the Blackground Crew are all part of the same label. And they would have Static, well, it's hard to tell now because Static was called a genius that it's hard to see whether he influenced Timbaland or whether Timbaland influenced him. It's hard to tell. All right, Stevie, what about you? What did you get?
This track is actually on credits. It's got Renee Neville from, I probably murdered the name there, from Janae. It's also got Darren Lighting, KG. It's got a big Kool and the Gang Summer Madness sample through it. It got played a lot on the pirate radio stations in my city at the time. Again, it was a big DJ cut, this. And it's a track that I always played a lot, but it's A Girl Like You. I just love this track.
Okay.
I thought we'd put it at number 2, but it's ended up at number 3. It's a great track.
Okay.
Like you, the big rap from Tretch from Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, it was.
KG, I can't remember which one it was.
This Tretch, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it didn't have the Vanilla Ice rapping on it or something like that. You know what I mean? We got a good rapper on this.
Okay.
And I think it's a really good. They play off one another, and I think they do it really well. This track.
Yeah. Okay.
I shouldn't diss Vanilla Ice because nobody talks about his '94 album, which I need to get hold of actually. Once he got past his Ice Ice Baby nonsense, he actually did a hardcore, like East Coast sounding album, which is really good actually. He's got a new single out as well of Vanilla Ice. So
okay.
Nobody cares though, do they? Nobody.
Okay, a song that was close to being number 1, but you know, I completely forgot about. When you were talking about the song, I remembered interviewing Darren Lighty, and he said that he was about to write the song, but then Renee, because he was at this time, Darren Lighty was working alongside KG at Divine Mill, and so he was going in with Aaliyah to write the song. Then Renee shows up, and it's like, and her and Aaliyah were just talking and kicking it off, and she says, "Oh, I've got this song," and Aaliyah was like, "Oh, okay, let me listen to it." And so the vibe for them was so good that he says, "Yeah, I didn't get the writing credit, but we did the production," and so hence he's listed down as a co-writer, but he did the music with KG. While Renee did the lyrics, and Aaliyah did some with them. But I loved A Girl Like You. I don't know why on God's earth they did not release this as a song, as a single. The whole vibe, the whole back and forth, it was. This was a summertime track. It was, it was like this is separate from AJ Nothing But a Number, but different. This would have been such an anthem, and I don't know what went through their minds when they just put it and they didn't release it. It was high up on the it was the track number 4 on the album, so they would have realized that this was a good track. But I think they stuck too much with some of the other tracks. And I think this was a different side of Aaliyah. KG and Darren Lighty, they had the vibe, they had an uptown that feel good vibe going on. Beautiful track. I loved it. So number 2 for me. Should have definitely been released. It would have. I was shocked. They released 6 singles, but they could have released this one. I wonder if they could have, if it was the first single that came out, it would have been even better because it would have just been a different thing. But the album sold well, so I think that they knew best at the time. But anyway, go ahead. So that's it. Number 2 for me is A Girl Like You. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Namdi and Stevie. Number 2 is A Girl Like You. This is actually my favorite song off of the album. So the first time listening
I said number 2.
So when it came on, I got so excited because I forgot about that song, and I absolutely love the song. I would have loved to seen if there was like a video made to this song. I think it would have been really dope to see that. It's just a well done song. I like how they both play off each other. It's not like, it doesn't sound crazy or anything like that. It just flows so well. But yeah, I really, really love this track, and like not a lot of people talk about it. So like when people write reviews and they do different articles on Aaliyah and her songs, or even like deep cuts, like they never mention this. So I feel like more people need to talk about this record.
Yeah. Okay, I'm surprised it's at number 6, your favorite, but number 2. So I can't imagine what number 1 is.
I know.
Stevie, what's number 2 for you?
Before I get to my number 2, just a shameless plug for my YouTube channel. I've got 2 videos dropping, one on Monday night, one on Tuesday. The Monday night is the Vinyl Search episode 6. I won't spoil it too much, but on my way to Birmingham City to meet my friend for the New Jack night, I ended up going off into a little market stall, and I didn't expect to find anything in this record shop. But what I struck gold. That's all I'm going to say. And I had to go back home because I was carrying that many bags of stuff that I found. I didn't expect to find anything, but yeah, some great. And then on Tuesday night, it's a vlog of my trip to Birmingham and the New Jack night. You'll see what was played inside the club. You'll see what's going on in there. So it's just a little 15-minute vlog of the New Jack night. Anyway, so that's a shameless plug over. Number 2, this is the track that I didn't expect this track to get so high up, but it has. And it's the track that I was almost a blubbering wreck on the bus this week gone, listening to this track. And it's the way she sings it. It's a tone She just sounds so innocent. And when I listen to her sing this song, I can't believe she's gone. I can't accept still to this day that she's gone. I think this song appeals to both traditional soul and R&B music lovers and the new school, the new generation coming up. Because there's, like you say, you've already talked about it's a big flipping hit, but Choosy Lover.
Wow, that high up.
Oh, it just rips my guts out listening to it. Rips my guts out, and I just can't believe why was she taken away from us? You know, she had it all in front of her, didn't she? She dropped that third album. She was going to be a megastar. For me, she was going to be as big as Beyonce and the rest of them, and it was taken away from her. And that's what I find it so hard to accept. That's what we lost. We were, you know, like D'Angelo, we lost a generational talent here for me. Hard to accept, but Choosy Lover is at number 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't realize you had it that high up.
The way she sings this track, it just tears me up emotionally, I'll be honest. Because she's taking on such that Isley track, it's phenomenal. And the way she sings it kills me. Absolutely kills me.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had it that high up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have been number 1.
Yes.
Number 1 for me. the way it makes me feel, you know what I mean? The way it affects me when I'm listening to it.
Okay. Well, in my list, so I'm going to go from 15 down to number 1, and I didn't put any of the 2 interludes, which I think were amazing. Especially, I think I preferred the most was the outro. I thought that was really good, and then even the intro with Missy saying, you know, wake up, you know, Aaliyah. It's almost like you've been on hiatus. You know, we're come to do some new stuff with you. Number 15, the one I gave my heart to, showed her vocal range. I just felt the song was lacking, it wasn't memorable for me. Number 14, Everything's Gonna Be Alright. Beautiful, the album. Number 13, Ladies in the House. Nice little neo soul throwback. Number 12, Coming Back. Number 11 was Hot Like Fire. Number 10 was Choosy Lover. Number 9 was Heartbroken. Number 8 was Giving You More. Number 7, Got to Give It Up, featuring Futuristic Rick. Number 6 was I've Got Your Back. I love that one. Number 5, Never Give It Up, featuring Tavares Pollock, rest in peace. Number 4, If Your Girl Only Knew. Number 3, One in a Million. Number 2, just you guys go listen to it again. A Girl Like You, featuring Trent from Naughty by Nature. But man, for number 1 for me, I just loved 4-Page Letter. It's I love the not just the intro, turn it up, but I like this. I could listen to her story, talking about what her mom says. I'm writing you this letter. Hope you're gonna get it. I'm sealing with a kiss. But I just love the beat, the haunting part of it, and it's like I could keep listening to it over and over again. And it was, you know, if it was between that and A Girl Like You, I think it was. I think 4-Page Letter, I could still listen to it in 10 years' time, and still, and it will still edge it. I think A Girl Like You could fall back slightly, but oh goodness, it was the production, the singing, and everything. So that is my top 10, top 15 on this.
That's a great choice for your number 1, Namdi. Can't argue with that. Cannot argue with it. Great choice, mate.
All right, okay.
All right, so 15, I have Giving You More. 14 was Ladies in the House. 13, I Got Your Back. 12, Everything's Gonna Be All Right. And like I said, this moved all over the list, but it landed at 12. It's still such a good track. 11, I had Got to Give It Up featuring Slick Rick. 10, The One I Gave My Heart To. Number 9, Never Coming Back. Number 8, Never Giving Up. That's the duet with Tavares Polk. Number 7, Heartbroken. Number 6 is 4-Page Letter. Number 5, Hot Like Fire. Number 4, Choosy Lover. Number 3, If Your Girl Only Knew. Number 2, which I said was my favorite track on the album, A Girl Like You. But number 1, I put this because I feel like this just had such an impact on her career. The song, the video, I feel like a lot of DJs still play this song at like parties and stuff like that. And so it's 1 in a million. I feel like it just made a really, really big impact with like Timbaland sound and everything. So that's what I have at number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and you know, we've all said how much this album has so many amazing tracks, and not to have a diverse sort of top 3, top 5 stuff. Okay.
Definitely.
Sorry, read me your top 5 again, Lorena, because it was a strong one. This number 5, Hot Like Fire.
Yeah, number 5, Hot Like Fire. Number 4, no wait, where am I? Number 4, Choosy Lover. 3, If Your Girl Only Knew. 2, A Girl Like You, and then 1 in a million.
Yeah, that is a very strong top 5. I think you've got the strongest top 5 here. What was your top 5 again, Namdi?
Never Give It Up. If Your Girl Only Knew. 1 in a Million. A Girl Like You, and 4-Page Letter.
That's a good top 5. Right, I got 15, The One I Gave My Heart To. Very girly track. Number 14 is Never Giving Up. Number 13, Never Coming Back. Number 12, Gotta Give It Up. Number 11, I Got Your Back. Number 10, very high up. Well, If Your Girl Only Knew, is number 10 for me. Number 9, Giving You More. Number 8, Heartbroken. Number 7, Ladies in the House. Number 6, Hot Like Fire. Number 5, here's my top 5. Number 5, 4-Page Letter. Number 4, Everything's Gonna Be All Right. Number 3, A Girl Like You. Number 2, Choosy Lover. So my top 5's all over the place. You know, it's all over. But my number 1 goes back to my experience in 1996, which I always bring up. My first trip to America with the 2 guys that I went to America with. They were running a record label at the time, a UK R&B label. And one of my friends was actually doing some production and remix work and try to sell it to the Americans and get work. It was like try to sell coals to Newcastle. UK viewers understand exactly what I'm saying there. Try to sell coals, because coal mining came out of Newcastle. It's like people in London making coal and try to sell it back to the people in Newcastle who already make it. So we're trying to sell R&B as UK people back to America. Didn't quite work. And then one day we're all driving around in this hired car, listening to the radio, and this track came on. And my friend looked at me and went, all this stuff I've been making, I might as well throw it all away, because the game has just changed with this new sound. It just blew us all away. That double, triple beat, it just blew everyone's minds. I knew things had changed then, but it's a classic track. It's a 90s classic, this, and it's a great number 1. It's 1 in a million. It's the title of the album. Easily picked for me. Easily picked. Choose the other, maybe 4-Page Letter could have been the other one, but 1 in a million is my number. Based on that, I've never forgotten that experience of just hearing it for the first time and realizing that R&B. How many times can we say that R&B has changed? You hear something, you know that the time has changed. New Jack Swing, that was a change. Timbaland sound, that was a change. I don't know, Neptune's possibly. What's been the change since? I don't know. Trap, has that changed R&B? The trap sound, that distorted, muffled, that has a massive influence on R&B. That even though I don't like it, I can't, it has that production sound has had an influence on R&B. The sound of it, not for the good, in my opinion, but.
Yeah, there's certain producers that made like a really big impact, and I feel like Timbaland working with Aaliyah, I feel like that's like a monumental time. Like everybody remembers that shift, and I think that happened with One in a Million.
We need it now. We need a new producer with just something new to freshen it all up and blow people. We need it now. Oh well.
But I think when you think about the impact that Age Ain't Nothing But a Number had, and especially because R. Kelly was such a big influence in the music industry, and when that separation happened, it could have gone anywhere for her. She could have fallen off a cliff, she could have been like forgotten, but she came out of the shadows of R. Kelly and went in a very different direction. Now, there's some of us who were very big R. Kelly fans that I probably didn't appreciate what this album did. I just thought, I thought she was better served to continue with R. Kelly, music-wise. But I think she came out of the shadows, and she had a good team around her who made sure that she was able to become the megastar at only 22. People said that Stevie, you said that she could have been bigger than Beyonce. Well, she was bigger than Beyonce because Beyonce was still part of Destiny's Child. And Marco said that she would have been, Jay-Z would have married her, which was yeah. But but to say to appreciate what she did. For me, I had to put my hands up and say that I didn't give this album the credit it deserved at the time, and I'm listening to this album. But then remember, this 96 we had so much albums out that you could just say, there's so much great music coming out. It was easy to just push some aside. But I have to give her props. So, ranking this album out of 10, Stevie, what would you give this album?
It's 1 in a Million. It's 11 out of 10 for me.
Oh, what? Wow.
The whole everything, the whole package, the songs, the production, the image, everything. This album's it's easily 11 out of 10.
Okay. Marina, what did you give this album?
Yeah, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I just feel like all the tracks on here are strong. It's one of those no skips album. I think when people still discover the album, they love it. It doesn't sound too dated where you're not connecting with it or connecting with the beats. So it's a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect album. And again, like her style, this style from this album, it lasts. All the new girls, new R&B girls, they still have that mold, the Aaliyah mold, when it comes to the hair, when it comes to the clothes.
Yeah,
it's all there. So
look at that artist in Nigeria, Namdi. We've been talking about is it Queen Maddie? That's just come out. Well, she hasn't just come out, but she's got a track out with Lil Wayne and Keith Sweat. Look at her image; it's totally Aaliyah, even though she's Nigerian and sings Afro fusion pop or whatever it is. But her image, she just looks like an African version of Aaliyah to me.
Yeah. I mean, fan of hers, and everybody was. I would give this album, just like Marco and Hopeful, an 8 out of 10.
A modest 8 out of 10.
8 is a big number. I'm going to miss not listening to it after today because I have to go on to the next. But I give it an 8 out. I mean, goodness, it is hard for me to give a 9 or a 10 out. I mean, I think if I look, I'll give a 10. Oh no, I won't give. I can't give any album a 10. I can't imagine an album being a 10, but an 8 is
No
really
album?
high up. And a 10, no. I mean, I think a 9 would be Make It Last Forever. That's my all-time favorite album as a collective. Guy would probably be an 8.5, the debut album. Share My World would probably be an 8.5.
What would Thriller be?
Thriller. It's hard to rank Thriller because my favorite songs on that, but no, I can't rank Thriller. But it would probably be an 8.5. I think you can't rank Thriller because Thriller is
Eight.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Not even in the
You know,
9?
albums that I love. 9 would be, as I think would be, as I said, 9.5 would be Make It Last. 9 would be Share My World. That would those would be those that's where I put those
Blackstreet
albums.
Debut. That's easily a 9 out of 10. Blackstreet Debut, Andy.
Which one?
Blackstreet's first album.
No, I mean too many songs. Too many songs that there was just a few that Good Life and stuff that I would. I think the thing is about this, the reason why I like Make It Last Forever is just that it was 8 songs and it was just like, wow, everywhere, just like, my goodness. And Thriller was great, but it's unfair to rate that because it was just a phenomenal of what it is. So I think I go past rating that. So I'll never put that in my list of different beasts. I think Share My World as an R&B art. It's that's it, and then say 112's debut album. That's another sort of 8.5, 9 for me. I never skipped that album. I just listened to all those songs. So
Have we had an
So for
album?
me-
Have we had an album that's come out this year that's like 8 or 9 out of 10 out of 10?
No, I must say John B's. But then again, I haven't listened to as many albums as you guys. I like John B's latest album, and we did the Mary's album last year, which I thought was really good. Had some good. It was good. Okay, so we are next because of the poll. It's going to be Donnell Jones, where I want to be. We'll be looking forward to doing that one. Lorena, total. Where can people find you on YouTube and on IG, and anything coming up that they should also look out for?
Yeah, so I'm on IG and TikTok at total.rnb. That is the handle. And then I'm also on YouTube. I have a new episode that is coming. Well, the audio part is coming out on Tuesday. It's a singer from actually Montreal, where I'm from, called Annabelle Orest. She has a amazing, powerful voice that we don't get to hear a lot in R&B anymore. She has a great song called Hero that's out now, and she has another song called I Care coming out on the 6th. So I'm really excited, and I actually interviewed her in person. Normally I do everything virtually, so this is the first time I did it in person, which was really cool.
I'll have to check that out. Please go and follow Rowena, please, his channel. Give us some support, you know. You've got to unearth the next Aaliyah. The way you're going, you probably will. The way you're going, you probably will, you know.
Yeah, I mean, please get a chance to R&B on YouTube and IG, because what is impressive is that there are lots of up and coming R&B artists who are make it through, and unfortunately they don't have the big labels pushing them, but they're using like Total R&B to get their voices and their music out there. So definitely.
Is that the Melba Moore?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I wonder. Your friend Andy, your friend, you interviewed her recently.
I don't know.
Melba Moore, you stepped into my life. Oh dear, what a song that is.
Okay, guys.
Into my life and I.
So Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be is our next episode. So stay tuned with that. Next week, the New Jack Swing crew are back, and it's Guide 3 versus Blackstreet's Finally album.
What? We picked those 2 albums.
It would be a combination of a top 12 from those 2 albums. So that's next week, and then Where I Want to Be would be the following week.
What was we thinking? Picking Blackstreet's Finally album? Oh my God! Is that the one with Wizzy Wow on?
No. That's
with girlfriends, boyfriends on, isn't it?
Girlfriend, boyfriend.
Where the jeans, where they're on the cover, the jeans are falling down the legs. Oh my God! No, that'll be some. That'll be some fun.
That we said it. Yes, but we always want to thank you guys who were watching, but also putting down the comment. As we keep saying, and I'm just going to share right now that you guys will realize and appreciate that. All the comments that as you can see on the screen here, we read them, and we
very much appreciate
read them, and it helps us as we're going live. So and appreciate you, and so we'll see you guys in next week on New Jack Swing podcast, and then in 2 weeks time on the R&B podcast.
You're all 1 in a million. Remember that. You're 1 in a million.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice meant.